called Conscious Awakening. And if you want to further tell your goal and what brought this all about,
Well, first I want to show a little quick video because
I thought that was coming next, but okay.
oh no, okay. Look, I need to follow.
Okay,
Okay,
go
I'm going to follow. Let me just follow from this moment on.
ahead.
So basically, conscious awakening, my goal for conscious awakening, first of all, I want to talk about my vision and what my vision is. Conscious awakening vision is to help people understand their true purpose, their true potential. It's also to help you work through your goals, work through any issues that you're having, connecting, teaching you how to connect to yourself because that is one of the things good. I want to say hi to Tanya and Cherie and Cherie. Sorry, guys. So that's one of the things that we have to learn to do that I've learned myself is learning about self. So conscious awakening is here to take you on a journey to help you learn about self and not just help you, but help you to open up, to even learn how to make decisions based on choices and based on necessities that we're going to be talking about tonight. Conscious awakening is a true journey within. It awakens you, it helps you to ask questions of why I'm here and why I am doing what I'm doing. It also helps you to awaken yourself to understanding your purpose in life. So that's basically what conscious awakening is. It's all about self. It's going
Okay.
to take you on a wonderful journey of asking some questions, awakening you to your questions about yourself.
All right, Kim, thank you for that brief explanation. And Judy, I would like for you to tell us about the transformational aspect of it.
The transformational aspect of it, of conscious awakening, or
Of what your study is.
oh, okay. So my particular kind of coaching methodology deals with a combination of coaching techniques and therapy. So I help a client identify anything that, but I deal with the subconscious mind as well. The conscious and the subconscious is a combination of both. And so, whatever, sometimes we have limiting beliefs, and those limiting beliefs might come back from some past, from something that happened to us in the past. And with the tools and techniques that I utilize, I'm able to help you identify that and interpret what that is, and to be able to install, a new belief system, to lead you to a success story.
All right. So that is a brief explanation of the Davis experience. So in 2022, there was a Conscious Awakening video created. For those of you who may have missed it, let's check it out. All right. I just like all that inspiration. It's boom, 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 and becoming the best person that you can be. All of that is wonderful. So tonight we will begin our discussion on our dessert topic. And
Can I just peep in a little bit?
you can.
I wanted to give a little quick little, since this is our little last hurrah, I wanted to do the meditation before we got started with the discussion. To just take you guys on a little
Oh
journey.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So I want you guys to relax back and uncross your, if you can uncross your hands, your legs. I just want you to be totally relaxed. You can close your eyes or you can keep them open. Just relax. I'm going to play some music and we're going to take a little journey. Just let me know if you can hear the music, ladies. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So I want us to take a little journey on clarity. This is what this meditation is all about. Just having some clarity. So I want you to take a deep breath. Everybody can just take a deep, deep breath. Breathe in and hold it for a moment and release. So whatever it is that you have gone through today, what you have experienced today, just release it. And at this moment, we're just going to appreciate being here right at this moment. We all made a choice, a decision to be here tonight with Conscious Awakening, with myself, Renee, and Judy. Breathe. Release. So now we're going to take a journey back into the past and just think about the choices you've made, the choices you made when it came to your finance. Take a moment and think about that. Just relax and breathe. And when you made these choices about your finances, were they necessary choices or were there choices to move you further in life? Take a breath and breathe. Now let's take another step back into our relationships and ask yourself, what choices did you make? What decisions did you make about the relationships that you entered into in your past? Were they based on necessities or were they choices? How did it serve you? Just think about it. Just visualize it and relax with it. Now just imagine that we made a choice, made a decision based on a choice, and it opened our world up to something new, something exciting, and something vibrating. And that choice was getting a coach, a spiritual coach, or a transformation coach. And you made this is the biggest decision that you made in your life because you was ready to awaken your soul. You was ready to see a new person. You was ready to meet the new you. Now ask yourself, who am I? What is my purpose? Who is out there can help me go on the journey? So just imagine yourself with you and your coach, and imagine a new experience with yourself and what it feels like. So we're going to take tonight and we're going to discuss those things about choices and necessities. Take a deep breath, the deepest breath of this evening. Breathe in, hold it, and release it. And after I'm going to count down to 3, and then I want you to open your eyes. 1, 2, and 3. Open your eyes. And we're ready to have a great discussion about choices and necessities. And I'm going to open the floor back up to Renee. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, so let's start the evening. We've already introduced our life coaches. And as you know, over the period that we've been broadcasting, we have come up with a lot of different topics, issues. And hopefully, they have influenced your mindset and your behavior. And Judy always talk about the limiting beliefs. And we've done some brainstorming. We've connected the 3 of us as well. And Judy came up with the dessert topic. That's what we call it. And tonight is based on decisions. So we could start with the first question, Kim, or did you want to kick it off in another way?
No, we can just start how it's going on the format. Well, I do want to say, Renee, thank you, because you guys, I thanked her before, but Renee created this format and just came alive. I wish you guys can see it. It's very colorful.
You're so cute.
Because she's a teacher by trade, so she comes up with all these different colors. I'm going to miss this format, and she makes it so cute. I have yellow and pink on here and red, and it's very colorful. So I just want to thank you so much for advancing this format for us.
You're welcome. Nothing to it. You got to make it colorful. It makes it fun. So our first question tonight then is, how do we make spiritual decisions based on choices and necessities? Now, from what I found, the meaning of meditation is to stay connected to the universe. So the biggest thing you can do in order to easily make decisions that you feel good about is to stay connected to the universe. Consciously communicate with the universe every day. We say often that prayer is when you ask and meditation is when you listen. This process includes 2 or more courses of action: intuition, your gut feeling, and reasoning, facts and figures, the things in front of you. In your meditation, you'll begin to hear a voice of guidance that comes forward. It may be very loud or it may be soft. It may be an image, a sensation, or a feeling. However, your inner wisdom speaks to you is perfect. You'll know it's true because you don't question the feeling, while your logical mind may question it. Emotionally, and physically. You begin to feel a sense of grounding and a sense of truth. That is what matters. So when we make decisions, it just is important that, we kind of stick with our intuition a little bit. But you know how when we make them, sometimes I even have to call Judy or call Kim. Kim, what you think about this? I gotta ask somebody else how to make a decision for me, or just to throw something in there so I can go, okay, I'll weigh what they talking about too. Instead of just realizing that it's really at the end of the day, it's my choice.
Mm. That makes sense. I can relate to that because when it all boils down, it is your choice. You have to make the decision for yourself. But what I have learned, and the reason why I wanted to talk about choices and choices and necessities, is because I've been reading my book on anatomy of success, and he was talking about that in the book, and he was basically speaking about when we make a decision to make a choice, when you make a choice about something, it's to take you further in life. And when you make a decision based on necessities, sometimes it takes you backwards. And I'm going to say there are certain things there. Most definitely, we have necessities that we have to stick to, like money and being safe, keeping a roof over our heads. And then you got women out here, young women who procreate. You building a family. But one thing we have to understand, and I'm going to use my own life for an example, is that as when I was reading this, I began to look back on my life and think about the choices I made, the decisions I made based on choice, and the decisions I made based on necessities. And I'm going to use my business, my hairstyling business, because you guys know I've been in business for over 40 years. I've been doing hair for over 40 years. And I made some decisions. My first decision when I opened up my business, I made a decision to go in business with a partner. And to be honest, it was a necessity. It was based on necessities because I didn't have the confidence enough to do it on my own. I had the money, but I didn't have the confidence. I felt like I needed someone all the time. So I went into business, and within 3 years, I was buying them out and paying them $15,000. At that time, I didn't think that was a problem, because I had the money and I was able to do it, and it was boom, bam, and it was over. But then I turned around 10 years later and did it again because I was going through a struggling period, and afraid, and felt that I needed someone again. So I went in business again with someone 10 years later and turned around within probably 2, 3 years again and had to end that business. And it cost me $30,000. So it was a $45,000 lesson. But if I had just been still, as Renee spoke about, and listened, and there was people telling me not to do the second time I went in business, I didn't listen. They said, nope, don't do that. And just keep it like it is, but don't go in business. But because of my lack of confidence, because of my lack of believing in myself, I made a decision based on necessities, because I felt like at that point I needed somebody to help me with the bills, or I needed somebody because I lacked the confidence, bottom line. And it cost me money, but I learned the lesson. So as I talk about choices and necessities, and then I think about when I made a choice, and I remember buying my first home, and I made a choice, and I knew that that home was for me. I felt it with my life. And if anybody knows about, numerologists, I had moved into a home that was an 11. And it's 11, 22, 33. All of those are like master numbers in numerologists. And when I went into the home, I was like, this is my house. I knew it with my life. I felt it in my gut, as Renee talked about earlier, your intuitions. My intuition told me this was my home, and I was there for 22 years. But within that 22 years, I made some necessity decisions that cost me my home. So I just want you guys to understand, I'm not saying that um, necessities are not important. What I'm saying is we have to, myself, had to learn how to make choices on a different level,
Mm.
and making a choice that is going to take me beyond my wildest dreams, and not just making a decision based for the moment. Really thinking about and really taking the time to understand how I'm making decisions, and how is the decisions that I am making going to affect my life, not just for that moment, but on a long term. And this is something that I have learned now. I made a quite just like conscious awakening. I started this back in 2015. I created my package, went to school, got my master's degree in metaphysical science. I have my certificate in life coaching, my diploma in as a wellness holistic practitioner, all of those things. But I deviated because of lack of confidence, because of lack of belief. And I jumped into business with people because I was running from me. It's not that I'm afraid of you guys. I was afraid of my own greatness. But I was put here to do this. Like I realized I had three gifts in my life that was given to me. One was to be a dancer, entertainer, dancer and a singer. And the other one was to be a hairstylist. And now a spiritual life coach. And I've been running from this spiritual life coach for some years now. But there's no more running. I'm here to show up. I'm here to live on purpose. And I'm here to answer to spirit because it keeps nudging me and keeps pushing me. We need you. You are our vehicle to help and make this a better place to live, making this earth a better place for us to live on. This is your vehicle. We need you. We chose you. So stop running and show up. So that's how I feel about it. I'm gonna open the floor up and let someone else. And if you guys want to share, Cherie said necessities over emotions. Give me some more on that, Cherise. So I'm gonna open the floor up, and let you guys carry on.
That was beautifully stated, Kim. Um, my thoughts on it. Basically, all of my decisions are made with intention.
Hmm.
All of my decisions now are made with intentions. And just like Kim, in the past, that wasn't my story. I really had to learn how the mind works, specifically my own mind, and really understand my mind. And once I was able to really come to grips and master and understand that, I directed my life toward victory. I was able to create a path to direct my life toward victory. And that is my spiritual journey, being having the wisdom to be able to direct my life toward victory with intention. And like I'm always saying, if a situation really does not serve me, then I don't get involved with it.
Exactly.
It's just, I know it's not healthy for me, and I don't really pursue things at this stage in my life that are unhealthy for me. I want to live powerfully. Specifically, as I age, I want to age powerfully. I want to age well. I want to age wisely. And um, to do that, all of my decisions have to be based on intention. So
I like
That's
that, Judy. That intention piece is very, very important. And that's basically we making a decision tonight based on intentions about the live. I want to go, I want to thank everybody for coming on the live with us every other week. It has been wonderful. I love it. But my intentions is to build a coaching business, and I must stay focused on that. I love the live, and I'll pray that we come back to this on even a grander scale. But for right now, I must focus, and I know we are. Renee is. Remember, I told you guys earlier. Renee is starting. She's in coaching school. She wants to coach young people, youth. And remember, she's a teacher by trade, so it's going to be a great opportunity for her. And Judy, she's finishing up her deal, and now she has to sit down and prepare and launch the business. So all of this takes time, and most of the time, we be thinking we can do 10 things at one time, and it's really impossible because the conscious only can do one thing at a time. And the unconscious mind holds a lot of things, but consciously, we can really just focus on one thing at a time. So I made a decision to focus on continuing to build conscious awakening. I'm about 60% done, but I need to really buckle down to do the rest. So I can't have anything in the way. Like I got a plan for Monday night live. I got to get with Renee, and we got to meet and Judy. We got to meet a week before, and we got to plan, and then I got to put out, advertisement for it. And I don't want it to fall by the wayside. So I made a decision. We all made a decision together to end the live. This will be our last live for tonight, and we all gonna buckle down and do what we said we're gonna do. And make it come alive. So I'm done with school, but I'm putting the pieces together so that I can tell my story and share my story through conscious awakening and launching conscious awakening. You will see my story. I most definitely tell my story. So again, I want to thank the people behind the scenes, my social media manager. I'm going to continue to put out ads for conscious awakening, so you'll get that. And I'll come on every now and then and say, hey, but for the most part, I'm gonna go within and buckle down and do the rest of the work. It's a lot of work. I was so excited. I wanted to jump out early, but I realized I don't have all my pieces together. And I made, like Judy said, that intention. My intentions when I do things now is to really pay attention to how I make my decisions as I move forward in life.
That makes me think about an aspect of kid coaching. And there is one quote that says, I'm the boss of me. I'm the boss of me. So at that point, kids get a chance, and life, a lot of things mean going back to the basics.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we get in our own way, we make things harder for ourselves. And that I am the boss of me allows us to take action in whatever way we want to. And in that way, that's when we make those choices. And you being the boss of you and Judy being the boss of her, you guys have decided that you're going to take action in another way at this time. And that was a choice.
Oh,
And I guess it was a necessity. But in our question, you asked, how do we do this spiritually?
yes.
And how do we make spiritual decisions? Are they all the same?
I wouldn't say that they all the same because again, we were speaking about again, I stated from my own experience how I made some decisions. They weren't spiritual decisions
Okay.
because I didn't give spirit enough time to even answer me or give me the answer, put it like that, because I didn't sit down to really focus in on that. I focused in mostly on my emotions and what I needed at that moment, not giving myself enough time to say, okay, calm down, Kim, you know, don't react, you know, take your time. So now that I'm older, I've matured some and had some experience in life. And I have all of this solitude going on over here in this house. It's like I can see things better, I can hear things much clearer because I'm giving myself that time and I'm spending that time with myself. You know, at one point I would be up 7 o'clock making money, 6 o'clock making money. And I just had a client to say she wanted to come get her hair done. I said, well, you can't come on Wednesday at that time. She said, you don't do 7 anymore? I said, no. When before I would have said, okay, come because I'm just thinking about that dollar. But then what happens when I do that? Who do I put on the back burner? Me. Because I'm not taking the time out to spend time with myself in the morning, spend time with spirit, because I'm so busy just chasing and chasing and chasing. I don't want to continue to go through life chasing anything. I want to live on purpose. I want to have great intentions. And in order to do that, I must set boundaries for myself. I must make the best choice to move forward in life, to have a better life. I'm enjoying my life now. Don't get me wrong. Not unhappy, not sad. Am I having challenges? Yeah, it's a part of life. But I'm going to enjoy this journey.
I like that part that says prayer is when you ask and meditation is when you listen.
Mm.
That was kind of deep.
Yeah, that was deep because it made me think about when I'm chanting, um, I'm more so asking, I'm talking, but when I'm meditating, I'm more so listening. And meditation has really taken over in my life more so than chanting. I really needed some solitude. Yes, it has been a blessing for me. It's been a true blessing for me. It just awakens me after I come out of the meditation. I just be it's just like activity starts and then I hear all these things and I'm in this house all the time in silence a lot. It's like, oh, okay, aha, I got it. Okay, okay, okay. And sometimes I have to slow it down because I'm like, okay, or I have to pull my phone out and start recording, or I have to write, and I can't get all the thoughts down in my writing, so I record, so I can remember or, because things come up and you're like, okay, I got it, I get it.
I
Just
think
like,
for me, I've been chanting for over 40 years, and not only does it, I listen. It definitely every day it helps me listen.
mhm.
Every day when I finish chanting, I'm crystal clear on my focus, my intention, my direction. So not only am I asking, it also provides me with so much wisdom. When I finish chanting, I'm able to crystal clearly see and listen to how I should move my life in the direction of victory and fortune. And I see the actual proof
I,
all the time, every day. And I think for me, It's always been a spiritual journey and it's always been a spiritual path. It's just that on the journey, I have been able to advance to different levels. So right now, I'm at a different level than I was 6 months ago, and definitely a different level spiritually than I was a year ago. So
Yes.
looking forward to an even more polished and new version of myself, this time next year.
Yes, I can relate to that because I've had those experience too, and with chanting, and I'm having those same experience with meditation. So I can most definitely relate to you and how you feel because I remember being 21. I remember being 22 when I started chanting, and oh my God, it was like a light bulb, just I was just on fire, like, okay, but I needed that so much for my life at that time. And it was wonderful. I really truly, and I'm going to always be a Buddhist because I believe in Buddhism. So I'm going to always, no matter what, be a Buddhist, especially within my heart, you know. So I mean, look at me, all these burpees. But anyway, if you guys want to share, we would love for you guys to share if you have anything to share, if you guys are still out there. If not, we're going to continue on because I want to ask some questions. And Renee, since you have been on here with us, and then you and I carried on for, I think, was it a month without Judy? I want to ask you how do you feel now, and what made you decide to go to coaching school?
Well, I'm more, since I've had this experience with you guys, I'm more conscious of self. I'm more conscious of the things that are around me, and just kind of identifying what it is. You know what I mean? When I go through something, I'm like, okay, this is either happening for me to learn something, and keep it moving. I have learned not to take victim in things, because I've learned that, like I said, there's always something to learn from good and bad situations. But never was I consciously aware all the time. My Buddhist practice makes me aware of things, but in the loving myself aspect of things, that was not something that I was totally conscious with on a day-to-day basis. Because like you said, you would do things at 7 o'clock because you was basing it on the money. And I've learned over time that all money ain't good money. I mean, it's just certain different aspects of life that I've taken into consideration to mean so much more in a deeper situation than the emotional aspect that I used to look at everything. Why me? And I don't believe this, you know what I mean? And I'm
Mhm.
not that emotional anymore, you
Oh,
know.
great.
And just like even having a dog, it's like I ain't been scared of dogs all my life, running from them, jumping on cars. But you now that this little animal is in my life, I'm seeing a whole personality come out of this animal. You know what I mean? Because I've been so scared of him, I never really got that deep involved. But that's been a new experience for me. So since these encounters, I have been more conscious in checking on me, how I'm feeling, and even like certain things that I even listen to on the radio, certain things I even watch on TV. It's like you can bring all that energy. One time I was for my man, I watched that like all day, one day. And then, I don't know how many times that he killed this person, he killed, and my whole day was like, oh my God, I gotta turn this stuff off because I'm thinking, dang, what if this person is doing this because they just because you can be influenced by some of the stuff that life throws at you, you know what I mean? So if you're not totally conscious of what's really going on, you can fall for anything. So that's in a nutshell. And then the key to coaching, the limit things that they, like you say, Kim, the program part. I'm all involved in knowing kids before the program come. And it's so sweet, before people tell you can't do that. No, that's not, you're not, you can't get all of that. That is such a wonderful from birth till 7. Beautiful. Then from 7 on, everybody trying to tell you how to do your life and putting you on punishment, and you got to stand up, and the teachers put you in the corner and got to write lines, and that punishment is just something that we could have done without. But now that I know the difference, I see things in a little bit of a different way. So that's it.
And talking about spiritual practices, my spiritual practice, it really sets my foundation in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
It helps me really be clear on it helps me prioritize my day.
Yes.
Because I have a tendency, I always struggle throughout my life with scattered thoughts. I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm thinking about doing this, I'm thinking about doing that. But one of the first thing that I do in the morning after I get up and clean myself is I pray. And that whole practice, when I finish praying, not only do I feel invigorated with fresh vitality, and I feel very vibrant, but I'm also very clear and focused on how I'm going to intentionally, how I'm going to direct my life toward victory that day.
Yes.
And fortunately, because I've been doing it for a long time, and they say practice makes perfect.
Yes.
Now it's just part of my MO. Like, you get up and you want to clean your body. So I have to clean the inside of my life.
Yes.
So I prioritize that every day, and I do it every day. And I mean, I just don't, everybody I pray for an hour, and that's just the thing. That's the kind of target I set for myself. Somebody might need to me to get really focused. I pray an hour, and I do it every day. I don't miss a day. I don't do it on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. I do it every day, and I never miss a day. And I see by that kind of consistent practice of doing that every day, the benefits of it is tremendous, because we still have a mind that we still are challenged with all the time.
Every moment.
That we're still faced with lack and scarcity and limiting beliefs.
Yes.
But when the limiting beliefs come up, I had an experience the other day. I'm getting closer to my certification, and I had to take a 90-minute written test. And my mind, because sometimes I want things to be perfect, so I prolong situations saying, oh, well, I'm going to do a little bit more of this so I can get it all together. You just keep putting it off. And so I had set a specific target that I was going to have this test done by February 28th. And so my mind was saying, no, push it to that weekend, push it to like March 4th. And that'll afford you a more opportunity to study some more. So after I prayed that morning, I said, oh, you got the wisdom. You recognize exactly what this is. So I just went online and I said, I'm getting ready to take this test. It was 7:30 in the morning. I had just finished praying. I was vibrant and focused. And I said, now, I don't know what your fear is. Are you a fear that you're not going to show up perfect? You're never going to show up perfect. Just show up. Okay. So show up. So I showed up, And I said, dive in. And I dived in. And then and then everything started coming to me. I started remembering everything I was able to do it, boom, boom. And I went through it. They gave you 90 minutes. They timed me. I was like, this crew right here. They timed me. They had a timer on me and they were timing me. I was just like, okay, put the pressure on me, bring out your greatness, Judy. So I did it. And then they said, you don't even have to wait because we're going to let you know immediately if you pass or fail. And if you failed, you're going to have to wait 3 weeks to take it again. I passed it. Boom. I did a flip. I passed it and it showed me right then. Now, I wonder if you had waited to why do you feel you needed to be perfect and wait to the weekend? Stop that. Show up, do what you say you gonna do, and complete it.
Right.
It's not, you can show up. I have to get that thing about it's too much. It's hard. Judy can do hard things.
Yes.
Judy can show up when things are not perfect. Judy can stay committed to her dreams. Judy cannot give up on herself. Judy is enough. Everything is available to her. Judy can connect with anybody walking on the planet. I have to constantly work on that. And that's what that prayer in the morning helps me realize.
Yes.
Enough. Judy, everything that you need and want in your life is available to you. It's right in front of you. And
Yes.
guess what, Judy? Everybody that you want to connect with, whatever room you want to walk into, you can walk into it and take the room over. And every room I walk into now, guess what? I take that room over.
I love it. 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 Thank you for sharing that.
This is a great one because every day we are faced with decisions that we must make, and those decisions affect our lives.
Every moment.
Yeah.
Every moment. I was having those little doubts a few days ago, and I was like, oh, this coaching stuff is just too much. I got to be an entrepreneur. I was thinking about, oh, I need to just get a job. I've been an entrepreneur all my life, and I'm like, Kim, stop it. You can do this. Like you said, Judy, you can do this. This is for you. You're supposed to be doing it. So why are you, but you want, like you said, you want everything so perfect, and nothing is perfect.
Right. And then sometimes I want things quick.
Yes. Quick fix in a hurry.
Right. You don't want it. I want it quick. And so I'm like, okay, but then I had to understand, I know how to do brick and mortar businesses. Online businesses are totally different than brick and mortar businesses. Totally different kind of concept, frame. Everything is totally different. And so I said, well, Judy, if you're pursuing this, you got to learn this. And guess what? You're not just going to be able to learn it overnight. You got to take your time with this. And then guess what? What is the rush? You still able to eat every day?
Exactly.
So what's the problem? Why are you putting all this pressure on you? I got to do it right now. No, you don't.
Right.
That's not you. You don't have to do. I'm not in that kind of hurry.
Well, I'm going to say, you speaking on that goes back to when I opened up Mystic Hair Design, and I was so in a hurry, even though I found a great spot for me, it worked, my 650 square feet room, but I was so in a hurry I missed a whole lot of steps. And then, like I said, I jumped in business with someone. So I'm looking at, because I've been, like I said, I've been an entrepreneur for a long time. So I'm so happy that I've had that experience, because now moving forward with Conscious Awakening, I know what not to do. I know how to cross my T's and dot my I's. I know that I need to make strides and take steps. I was talking with my coach. I have a coach in London, and she helps me. And she was like, Kim, we're going to take this one step at a time. And as you said, Judy, there's no need to rush. And at first I was rushing. Oh, I want to be, it's going to be, oh, I want to be lunching by springtime. And it's like, yeah, you got to take time now to even learn what you created and just go and study that and how everything works. How do your back office work? Do you have that down pat? Are all your contracts? Did you talk to the lawyer about your contracts? You have to really ask yourself a lot of questions. You got to step by step. I got to create my story because my story is conscious awakening. And
I feel it's a major investment. It's because we're starting.
Major.
It's a major investment, and not only are we investing time, but we're definitely investing
money. Yeah.
And so when you're making when you're creating a business and making a major investment like this, it is to get your ROI
back. Yes.
You want to be you want to move with intention. So
yes.
I've recognized that. I recognize it's totally different. The whole framing and everything is different from a brick and mortar business. I recognize that now. And I see the path that I have to follow. Totally different path than a brick and mortar business.
Yes.
So with all of those different variables, I'm enjoying the process. And then another thing that I struggled with for many years, and I'm so grateful, humbly grateful that I've overcame that. I'm really more concerned about the journey and the process now and not the outcome. I'm not that concerned about the outcome. I used to be so concerned about how it was going to look. What's the outcome? How much money am I going to make? How is it going to look? I'm not concerned about any of that anymore. I'm not, because I don't have to do this to survive. This is not my survival. It ain't going, if I don't do another thing with this, I'll still be able to advance. This is not my survival. So I don't want to be concerned about the outcome of this. If I position myself in the right pathway, I'm confident that I'll be able to reach it. So I'm enjoying it, and I want to have fun with it. I want to really, really have fun with it. And that's been my experience. I am so grateful for Kim and I don't even think she realized when she was asking me to become involved with this with her, that this was going to take my life even to this phase. It was something that I wanted to do a long time ago, never pursued it, did what I did. And then when she kept nudging me, with Judy, would you want to come and do this? And at first I was really kind of resistant to it. Actually, I was like, I don't know. I don't know. But then it just hit me. And I was like, wow. And the more I get involved and the more I understand my teacher, Marissa's teachings, everything is crystal clear.
Well, I must say, Judy, to be perfectly honest with you, I knew it was for you. I knew that a long time ago because of what you and I experienced when it came to numerologists and because of our friendship. I wasn't nudging you just because I wanted you to be here with me. I was nudging you because it's what I saw and what I felt in my heart. And I knew once you became a coach or you got into a school, I said, she gonna change. And I have watched you change within your heart, not just on the surface, but I've watched you grow. And I've been watching you growing since we've been friends, but I've watched you grow into this different person, this, and you're so excited about it, you're so compassionate about it, and sometimes you come in the salon and you get to drilling me about it. Like, okay, Judy. I'm like, one morning I was like, okay, I got to be ready for Judy because she's gonna drill my ass, and then I'll be like, okay, you can't let Judy put her angst on you. But then you come and you calm me down and you slow me down, so I appreciate that, so I knew with my life that this was for you. I'm not being arrogant, I'm not acting like I know, but I knew it. I see it in you with my life. I just see it. I saw it a long time ago. I have to be very honest in that. You're here to do it. And that's another gift that I have. I see things in people, and I mean I just see it and I feel it in my soul. And it's like, and that's why I'm here to help people to go on this journey. That's what I'm here to do. So in taking you on the journey, you're going to open up and you're going to see what I see. Because I see, and I have to be very honest, it happens like that. I mean, and I'm not here I'm not going to pull anybody. I'm not going to push you. I'm going to do my part. But what I have to continue to do is to stay connected to spirit, the universe, so that I'm able to continue on my journey and my path of not only helping other people to see, but so I can continue to see and I can continue to develop my own self. And this has been a wonderful journey, a scary journey, an exciting journey. I've cried. I went to school for me. I knew I wanted to do life coaching, but I was like, but I really went to school for myself. And it has opened my mind. It has taken me on a different journey. And part of me have been afraid. I'm not going to lie. I was running so much and not being committed. But what I have learned in my life, I've jumped in relationships with people have shown me. I've jumped in relationships with people and married someone who was truly committed to me, but I wasn't committed. And then I got in relationships with people who was not committed to me. And they made choices. They made decisions to be with me out of necessities. So cause and effect is very strict, and life will show you you. So I'm asking you to open up and allow life to show you you. Don't be afraid of you. This has been an emotional night in one sense for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's something that's happening to me at this moment. And I feel emotional but excited. But then in a point, I feel like, oh, I'm losing my partners, because now I got to buckle down and make it happen. I got to take it a step further. So I won't be here on Mondays nights. And I'm like, okay, what do I do? I'm not going to talk to Renee and Judy every other week. But I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. But do I feel like something else is happening? Yes, it's happening right at this moment. I don't know if you guys feel the energy, but I do. And
It's a shift. I feel a shift.
yes, it's a shift happening. Yes. Mhm.
And I feel like the bottom line right now is either we're going to get closer to self in the universe or we're going to get further away. But everything that you guys have said has been a spiritual decision that you've made. You guys have all made spiritual decisions from the time Judy said she woke up in the morning through prayer. You've made a spiritual decision from what you feel. And that's what it's all about. Start with self, from the way you taught me when I kicked the door in with you guys. And, even Judy, I always think of limitless and scarcity. Those words be making me know, hey, life is abundance, abundance, abundance.
Yes.
You can have that. You can have that. So
We
I
are
appreciate
wealthy.
you ladies too. Yes. I
Yes.
appreciate you ladies too. Brought something to my conscious as well.
Wow, ladies, it's 8:02. Richard. Hi, Richard. He just came in. So I want you guys to share this video. Um, we are ending Conscious Awakening live on Mondays, every other Monday, because we are going to buckle down and we're going to show up some months from now
Yes.
with the new product. We're going to show up completely. And we're going to continue to encourage Renee to finish school, and she's
Finish.
going to show up too.
I'm gonna finish. I got this.
Okay, see? And Renee, I just want to say I've watched you um, change through this process. Um, we were able to have some personal dialogue, and you said something to me, and I was able to say, "Well, you do that," and you did not take it personal. And thank you so much. Our friendship has deepened through this experience. So I'm so happy to have had you, and thank you for offering to do this. And Judy and I dialogued about it. And she was like, well, maybe she can come in and she can MC. And I was like, okay, because she's been asking. So it's funny when people ask to help, you have to allow people to come in and bring something that you don't have. And most times we don't know how to team up. It takes a village to build things. You don't build them by yourself. I have a social media manager. I have someone helping me on my website with my honey books. It takes a village. So I just want to say thank you, ladies, for being part of my village. And I'm looking forward to the new experience once we show up again. But I know you guys are still going to be my village, even though we're not on here.
Always.
Yeah,
Yes.
most definitely.
Always.
So you guys just remember it takes a village. And it's not about, and also I just want to give a shout out to my branding coach. He always pushing me to do more. And that's Chris Bond. He's such a great branding. If anybody's interested, he does very well. And most definitely, I'm going to continue to show up. But like I told Chris, I must take step by step, because I was one of those girls who just be like, then I was costing myself money and costing myself inks. And now it's all about intentions now. I spend a lot of money jumping around
Mhm.
and getting myself out of shit. No more. Mm-mm. She's a new girl now. She's a new woman. Kimberly, hey, look.
Okay.
Yeah, she's a new woman. She's a new powerful woman. Very excited about Kimberly. Very excited. Mhm.
Right.
So, if you guys got anything else to say, if not, I don't know if my singing MC, she has to sing something for us, because if she don't, it's not gonna be right. And what do you have for us, darling? Well, first of all, before you do that, Judy, do you want to leave something?
I just want to say, Renee, I think that you have been a tremendous asset. You're an extremely articulate, dynamic young woman. Always admired that about you. And I think that you'll be a confident, successful coach. So,
Thank you, Judy. And of course, I'm always glad you a part of my life, because it's like you and my mom was like this. So for you to be around me just makes me feel like she's there. Kim, we go way back.
How
But
far we go back? No, I'm just messing with you.
right. Till we didn't have this gray in our head.
We was what, 16?
Yeah, McDonald's.
And I met you. I met Judy because of you, because you brought me into Buddhism.
Yeah, 40 years ago.
Yep.
Only song I can think of is all my love is all I have, and my dreams are very special. All my life I looked for you, and today my dreams came true. You need me and I need you. Love and us is very special. Things you seem to do divine. You look straight into my mind. I know that this was meant to be. Love is life and life is living. We're very special. That's it.
Girl, you making me think of your mama.
Stop. You always
You
making me
think of
cry.
your mama, you messing me up.
Hey,
Don't
always
do
making
me
me
tonight, Miss
it's
Renee.
love. It's a love thing.
Okay, making me think of my you.
Yes, yes, yes.
I love you, ladies.
I love you guys more.
Have a good evening.
Have a good
Peace.
evening, and thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming on, and I love you all. Good night.
I love
Good
you.
night.
Good night, you guys.
Wow.